It begins with a name that became a symbol of courage, Jazz Jennings. On television, Jazz's story was one of triumph, a young girl breaking barriers, redefining what it means to live authentically in a world that often resists difference. But behind the cameras, beyond the carefully framed interviews and polished reality segments, Jazz's journey has been far more complicated, and in 2025, the truth of her struggles hits with a bittersweet weight. This is not just the story of a teen growing into adulthood. It is the story of a life lived under intense scrutiny, a life balancing hope and heartbreak, visibility and vulnerability, strength and sorrow. From the very beginning, Jazz's life has been anything but ordinary. Born transgender in a world that often failed to understand her, she faced challenges that most cannot imagine. Childhood for Jazz meant not just the usual trials of growing up, but navigating medical interventions, public attention, and societal judgment at every step. Every milestone, her first day of school, her first surgery, her first public appearances, was simultaneously a celebration and a battlefield. The cameras captured the bravery, but they could never fully convey the private toll of constant scrutiny. The sleepless nights, the anxiety, and the fears that no one else could see. As Jazz grew older, the pressures only multiplied. Teenage years, which are challenging enough for anyone, became a crucible of expectation. Social media amplified every misstep, every opinion, every health update. Fans celebrated her courage, but the world's gaze was relentless. Criticism, judgment, and online harassment were a constant undertow, threatening to erode the self-assurance she had worked so hard to cultivate. And yet, Jazz persisted, a remarkable display of resilience that inspired millions, while masking the private moments of sadness, exhaustion, and isolation that came with such a public life. By 2025, the story of Jazz has taken an even more emotional turn. The reality star, activist, and author has faced setbacks that many of her fans did not anticipate. Health complications from her surgeries and hormone treatments have occasionally disrupted her plans, reminding everyone that courage does not erase vulnerability. Relationships, too, have proven complex. Trust and intimacy are harder to navigate when one's life is constantly under a microscope. Moments of heartbreak, anxiety, and personal struggle are part of a narrative that cannot be neatly wrapped into a feel-good television segment. These experiences are deeply human, a reminder that even the most inspiring figures endure pain and disappointment. What makes Jazz's story particularly tragic is not that she faces difficulties everyone does, but that her hardships are magnified by fame and expectation. Every decision is public, every personal challenge scrutinized, every step forward celebrated but also dissected. The triumphs, while real, come with the invisible weight of external pressure, the fear of judgment, and the constant responsibility of representing a community that looks to her for hope. For Jazz, living authentically has never been simple. It has always demanded courage. And sometimes that courage comes with profound personal cost. Yet there is beauty amidst the sadness. Jazz has used her platform to educate, inspire, and advocate for transgender rights in ways few could. She has transformed her pain into purpose, shining a light for those who feel unseen, unheard, or misunderstood. Her voice has given confidence to children and teens who face similar challenges, offering a model of authenticity in a society that often punishes difference. But even as she lifts others, Jazz herself navigates the quiet heartbreaks, missed moments of normalcy, the weight of public expectation, and the persistent reminder that life for someone like her is rarely straightforward. The contrast between public perception and private reality is striking. Viewers see a confident, articulate, and determined young woman, yet behind the camera, there are days of self-doubt, struggles with identity beyond gender, and the relentless negotiation between personal happiness and public duty. Jazz's story is a reminder that heroism is often invisible. The battles waged internally are not broadcasted, but they are no less significant. Her triumphs are entwined with sorrow, making her story profoundly human and deeply affecting. By the climax of this chapter in 2025, it becomes clear that Jazz Jennings embodies both resilience and vulnerability. She is a testament to the complexities of growing up under extraordinary circumstances, a symbol of hope and a living reminder of the cost of visibility in a world that is still learning to accept difference. The sadness in her story is real, but it coexists with moments of triumph, laughter, and connection, a duality that mirrors life itself. In the end, the tale of Jazz Jennings is tragic, yes, but also inspiring. It teaches that courage does not preclude sorrow, that strength is often accompanied by struggle, and that visibility can be both a gift and a burden. Jazz's journey continues, marked by setbacks and victories alike, reminding the world that the human experience is never simple, never linear, but always worthy of attention, empathy, and understanding. The sadness of her story does not diminish her brilliance. It illuminates it, offering a profound, unflinching look at a life lived boldly in the face of unimaginable challenges.